Okay, guys, and welcome back to another weekly wrap up here for, geez, forgetting the date, the 7th of August, 2020. Again, if you're new here, things look a little bit different. Just experimenting more with the Trade Ideas web version as it kind of gets better and better. You can see here there's indicators on that. That's something that they're looking to add in pretty soon, which is cool. But if you're new to this particular series, this is where I basically use Trade Ideas and its ability to backtest in order to build these lists and scan with these lists and kind of come up with ideas to trade for the next week. I let the Trade Ideas auto trader trade them for me. Close them on Friday, report the P&L to you guys, and then go again. So first of all, right into this week, it was about $6.50 per share. So here's the chart. We're almost recovered from last week's loss. Not quite, but a pretty good fight back. So I'm not going to complain about that. And again, this is if you use 1, 2, 3, 4, or 500 shares. So quickly taking a look here at the SPY, we are just kind of tapping up against this area that we were before, a little bit under all-time highs. Like it's very, very close. If we go into this week and we see kind of what's happened for this last week, is it was just spinning top and then up and then spinning top and then up and then kind of, I guess, a fat spinning top here. So it'll be interesting to see, but nothing other than to say that this is, obviously a very bullish chart. I'm just going to stick with it until it kind of stops working. And this is our price list or price alerts for last week. So this is what we got triggered. We only got triggered long in Sage and we got triggered long in MTZ. So it was great that none of our shorts triggered because I looked at both of them before I removed them from this list and they did not work very good at all. So here on Sage, essentially we were just kind of playing this trend. We had a pullback and then a series of dojis here. We put in our alert and had the robot traded if it broke this day's high. It did, and a little push up from there. Next here is MTZ. This was the same kind of thing, but it had found support in this kind of 3750-ish area, you could call it. Put in this really wide-tailed doji. So I was thinking above that we could move, and we got a little pop out of that as well. So for this week, we are watching ADS. So if we look at ADS here, you can see the incredible short float on this thing. So, or sorry, no, this is XRX, I believe. I got that confused. Disregard that. An okay short float, I guess 6% is a good way to put it, but it's this really long rounded bottom that's going on here. And then if we zoom in closer, we can see spinning top, hammer, spinning top, dragonfly doji, spinning top, hammer. So just kind of showing me that every time we kind of dip below this $44 mark, there's some accumulation in there. So I believe that if that continues, we could get a little pop out of this. The other long is Xerox, XRX. Basically just looking for the same type of move. We've had a lot of support kind of in this $15 area, and I think above that we could get going. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this interface. As a Mac guy, I like this. Usually you guys see the Windows version that I run through Parallels, and that works great and everything, but sometimes you just want to run your stuff natively on the Mac side. So here in Man, essentially what we're looking at is we've had a lot of resistance. Again, just playing a lot of support and resistance, kind of because I think that the market may start to put in some wilder fluctuations around this price point. So essentially we've had this resistance area every time we kind of get above and near this 100. It's pulled off of that, broke down this support today, and we have this indecision candle spinning top there. Taking a look at that from the short side. Same kind of move here in LSCC. Just every time we get up into this 3150, we sell, 3150, we sell, 3150, we sell. And we've, had a monster move here from 13 up to 32. So just crazy move, trying to see if there's going to be some profit taking. coming in that we can take a few bucks off of. So last but not least, I'm going to take a look here at crypto, because the last time I talked to you guys, it was in this area. So I had taken a short in through here and just lowered my short or my stop as this resistance area. Every time it bounced and failed, I just lowered the stop and ended up getting stopped out kind of in this area for about a break even, give or take. Monster move up. One thing I will notice is that we put in a kind of an evening star setup here. So we made a high. We came up. So far, we're failing to make a higher high. And these evening star setups can be pretty powerful. So I'm going to watch this over the next few days for possible re-entry of a short. The only reason I'm playing the short side right now instead of the long is because I still think we have a lot of resistance up here from 14,000 to even 12,000. So as long as we are showing weakness in that area, I'm going to keep a look on the short side, because the way I look at this is kind of technically this thing is still in a downtrend until we break this area, right? We've had a high and then a low, and then so far a lower high and barely almost near a lower low. It really kind of depends on what exchange you looked at to see if there was a flush bounce there. So again, just taking a look at that and saying, okay, I think I can rarely bring myself to buy after a giant move like this. So I'm just looking to see if there's scalps that I can take lower. If we find some support again after pulling back to around 10,000 and put in some sort of pattern there, I may be interested in riding it long after that. But again, just brain dumping my thinking behind this. So again, emails are in the description if you're interested in trade ideas, which I use for scanning and alerting and auto trading of these stocks, as well as back testing and coming up with these statistics. Link is in the description below. I also mentor traders, and my email for that is in the description below as well. So I will talk to you guys soon.